Hey guys, this is Christy from 413 Fitness, and today we are going to talk about strength training and the importance of it as we age. And so I am a functional aging specialist through the Functional Aging Institute, and I recently took a class on exercises that every senior should be doing. So these are things that you're regularly going to be seeing in our classes. But this month we're going to take it and we're going to break it down and explain the importance of it and give you some techniques on how to do it even when you're not at the gym, because ideally you want to be doing these exercises 2 to 3 times a week. So if you missed a class, or if we didn't cover it in class that day, or at the end of July, you need to be continuing to do these classes even if strength is not our topic for the month. So the 3 exercises we're going to focus on today are the squat or sit to stand. We're going to do presses and we're going to do deadlift. So squat, 2 ways it can be done. It can be done with a chair and we would call it sit to stand, or without a chair. A true squat means is we're aiming for the chair, but we're not going to touch that chair. We're going to use our own body weight. So we're going to hit the squat first. Once again, you have an option of using a chair. That would be a sit to stand, or you can do it without a chair. Goal is doing it 3 times a week. So I'd like to see you try and attempt it for 30 seconds. How many can you get done in 30 seconds? Ideally, we want to see about 10 to 15, maybe even 20, depending on your fitness level and your age. But we're going to do a sit to stand today. I'm going to take my feet, I'm going to be on the front of my chair. I don't want to be back in my chair because that's going to make it harder. We're going to come to the front of our chair. We're going to stand all the way up, tap that chair, and then rise back up. That is a sit to stand. Or a squat is aiming for that chair, but you don't have a target to touch. I'd like I said, for you to do for 30 seconds. How many can you get done? Tomorrow, try and beat that score. That's one way you could do that. Or I'd like to see you get 10 done. So squats, we want to take our feet about hip distance width apart. If you're comfortable with that, you can actually do squats multiple different ways, and you're going to target different parts of the lower extremities. You can take those feet nice and wide and take those toes out into a sumo squat. You could even take it into a shallow squat, bringing those feet together. But ideally, when we were sitting and standing, we're going to go about hip distance width apart, feet hip distance width apart, sit and stand. So trying to get 30 seconds or 10 in. This is a movement that you do every day. Sitting from a chair, sitting on the toilet, anytime you sit, you need those muscles to be able to get yourself up. That is your squat or your sit to stand. Second exercises we're going to do is presses. Now you can use weights for these. You could get heavy weight, you can get lightweight, depending on how you're going to press. So you could get on the floor and you could do chest presses. That's exactly what it says. You're pressing from the chest. Also, you could do a push-up. That is a pressing movement. You could do an overhead press. You could do one arm or both arms. We're going to press overhead. We're going to press out from in front of us. Anything pressing. So think that is a thing that I need to do if I'm going to put something in the top of the cabinet, or if I'm going to, I don't know, anytime you're going to press out, you need to have that strength. Pressing to get yourself up off the floor. So think heavy weight, less reps. So I'm going to go heavy and maybe do 10 of them. I could do 2 at the same time. Pressing overhead or from the ground on my back, I would be pressing up like a push-up. So presses. Then our third exercise is going to be our deadlift. Now, this one is so good for building strength in your back. And a lot of people in this population, we have issues with our back. So you might need to go light on the weights, but you're still going to get that range of motion. You're still going to get that movement. So on deadlift, what I want you to think about doing is that there is a file cabinet behind you. You're going to push that file cabinet shut with your booty. So just push it back. So I'm gonna push back, and then I'm gonna drop those weights right down below my knees. I have the option of rowing here and then standing right back up. Or I'm just gonna push that file door shut, go right below my knees. I got a nice flat back. My neck is in alignment, and then I'm gonna stand right back up. Down and up. Down and up. Now this can be modified to a seated position as well. I'm still in that hinge position at my hips. I'm gonna take those weights right outside my legs, and I'm gonna reach for my ankles and come right back up. Reach for my ankles and come back up. I need this movement for picking something up off the floor, for picking my grandkids up, or I can even press them overhead if I want to do that as well. But anything that I'm having to lift up, I want to be able to strengthen those muscles. That's going to help me do that. So squats, I'd like to see you be doing those actually every day of the week, because those are such an important part of our daily life. So squats 2 to 3 times a week or every single day. Presses 2 to 3 times a week. Heavy weights if possible. Lower weight to get started. Deadlifts 1 or 2 times a week. Those are things, like I said, that we're going to be incorporating into all of our workouts this month so that you can learn techniques, so you can get some strength building up. But those are exercises we need to be doing for the rest of our lives. Guys, thanks a bunch. I look forward to seeing you at the gym.